Hi, my name is Nidiya Kusmaya. I'm an artist from Indonesia, now currently doing an art residency in JOSHIBI University. So, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. So basically, I base between two cities, Bandung and Sukabumi. Sukabumi is my hometown, so it's like between these two cities, I'm active doing art exhibitions and then working with some galleries as well. And I'm focusing with colors, so almost all my artworks is basically focusing on materials that, like the alternative material for colorants, and then applied it into textiles and also paper. So basically I work with waste materials to create alternative colorant for textiles and also for papers, because as we know, like colorants is one of the biggest pollutant also in water. So through my artworks, I really want to embracing like new alternative materials that's sustainable and also eco-friendly and for better futures. So every residency I did so far, I always pick some specific materials depending on where I live at that time and the community, for examples. And for this particular art residency for the past 3 months, I'm collecting a lot of makeup waste, the expired makeup or the makeup that maybe people don't really want to use anymore, or maybe they buy it for special occasions and they don't really need it anymore. So I repurposing all these materials, and all the students, the staff and also the teachers help me a lot here to collecting all these materials. So focusing on these unwanted makeup materials, I turn it into a pigment that can be used as an art materials for painting. So, and actually during this period of residency, I also join in classes like Nihonga painting and then washi paper making. This is also my first time. So it's a little bit different from my previous art residency because I can join the class and also learned a lot from all the teachers here. So the differences between Indonesians, the color palettes, and also maybe East Asian color palette, our color palette is a bit more stronger. It's more like vibrant, like more tropical vibes in it, even though we have like neutral colors, but it's slightly deeper than the East Asian color palette, because maybe most of Indonesian also has like darker skin tone, like deeper ones, yes. Even though we're, a lot of people in Indonesia is completely different from the west part to the east part, but most of us has a deeper skin tone. So in the term of color palette and color trends, maybe slightly different. It's also really interesting, and also the preferences maybe slightly different. So the differences also maybe like the ideal skin tones is also maybe slightly the same here. In Indonesia, in the west part, most of the people has the lighter skin tone. It's also most preferred. Yeah, like the whitening skincare is also popular in Indonesia, and then now also trending from East Asian makeup. It's really trending. It's also give us like the influences, but since in like back then in the days, Indonesian people also prefers like lighter skin tone because it's like the nobles has lighter skin tone because they're not working outside. Since now it's like a lot of like Korean idol influences how they like doing their makeup, and then so many people even maybe a little bit scared to go outside bareface because they feel it's not really representable if they're not wearing makeup. And then because of that trends, we can see like the amount of waste. Even in 2 weeks we are gathering all these unwanted makeup products. We have a lot of them, and then some of them barely untouched, so maybe they just use it once or twice, but not so much. So in every month the new makeup coming, the trend is really comes and goes. people really want to buy and offer consumption. Specifically like this type of makeup, we just have like one small face, but the amount of makeup we have is like too much. That's why it's like when it's expired, they don't really use it anymore. So it's better for us to use it as the materials to apply it on textile. Maybe if they want to paint their own textiles, I really want to show that, like giving the idea that these materials, you can still use it even though maybe not as a makeup because it's already expired, but repurpose it to do with this and then make something creative and then make this makeup loved again. Yeah, not just like put it away or just being wasted. Even in our university, the percentage of women students, especially in my department, is higher than male students. So it's quite common in Indonesia because maybe in Indonesia, historically, the art is more like the craft one, like batik making, weavings, and also the wood carvings. Maybe wood carvings, like they have really the big materials is most common doing it by the male artisans. But like batik, the one that really famous, women's almost like do all the stuff. Even now, the industrial one changed a little bit. Male comes, so women first, and then male comes to push the industrialization of this type of craftsmanship. So maybe in Indonesia, I didn't feel, I don't know, other people's experience, but in my experience, I didn't really feel like the gender gap, but the age gap, I can feel it. You're still young, and then the seniorities, and I can still feel it a little bit, but gender-wise, not so much. But even though, but the term of like the women should be at home, like cooking, I still can feel it, but it's more like free as well as if we're like working women as an artist, like working as an artist. But still, sometimes it's still like you still have to do in like housewife job as well. That may be the differences, but in the term of having like get the job as an artist, as a woman, I didn't really feel any gap. Yeah, it's more like, and the age gap is more, I feel like the age gap is have more impact to me compared to the gender wise. Yes. At first, I feel like the exclusivity. I feel exclusive of women working in the women environment. I don't know, somehow I feel like the quite exclusive things, but it's also inclusive in the same time because back in the days, women also has difficulty to learn art specifically, for examples. But maybe nowadays with the same concept in mind, back in the day, women university like has inclusive terms of it, but now like how to make it still relevant to modern society. Maybe like the ethnic minority we can support like by JOSHIBI, and then not just like the women, because women learning art, maybe every women now can learn art, but the inclusivity context in women university is still attached because historically like it's really have like really deep history in 125 years. So I think now JOSHIBI can also embraces any other type of minority, not just like women. Of course we have like still need help in like it's not really equal now even today's, but like the minors genders, for example, minor ethnicity, and then any other minority, we can support each other as well in JOSHIBI, because I think that's one of the mission of JOSHIBI, being inclusive to all the peoples. And I can see also now JOSHIBI is like really open. I can see like from the environment all the teachers, the students are really open. Yeah, so I think it's a good, yeah. So far now, because I'm asking about the technicality, my technicality process kind of improved a lot because I learned so much from all the teachers here. The one that I really want to learn the most, like technicality, like Japanese craftsmanship is really famous all over the world, right? And it also has long history behind it. And then I really want to learn like technicality wise, specifically in this university, because I can see also the teachers has a really good experience with Japanese painting specifically and pigment making. They developed their own technique, like the traditional technique, modern technique, embedded with technology, like how this technique is still relevant to today's art practices, for example. Yeah, so far in the term of technicality, yeah, I got a lot of stuff in that terms, yes. Not just from the Nihongo department, even from craft and textile departments, I can, because I joined the classes as well, like international class with another university. Yeah, they shares a lot of technicality, like the concept, how like Japanese concept and also like maybe Western concept, because it's also with another university from the UK. Yeah, I learned a lot from them as well. Maybe supporting, because still after like art world, after schools, some like new artists need support, like with this community to supporting each other. There will be really great things that university can do, specifically women, maybe like to improve their careers, the pathway they want to go. Sometimes they still don't know like the direction they will make, but for example, like through the art residency also, actually this is one of the great programs, you know, like inviting artists and then show the students. It can be like one of the examples they can do after they graduated, for examples, like specifically like the women, because sometimes maybe in another countries women also cannot really express themselves. They can still really hard to work within the art world. So with these programs also can help a lot of like women students, or maybe like emerging women, emerging as. Now I feel like as part of JOSHIBI, I really want to introduce a lot of things also to JOSHIBI. Maybe the thing, yeah, I can bring some things from the world as well, so we can work more together. Yeah, so I hope that JOSHIBI also more like having a lot of international activity kind of, because maybe outside Japan JOSHIBI like not really known so far, but actually JOSHIBI has really unique charm in my opinion, because like traditional wise they really has like really strong foundation. Yeah, that's one. But I hope JOSHIBI can be more, you know, like internationally well known, because I also really want to show this charm of JOSHIBI to the world. I will feel like ashamed if the world not really see it, because this is like really interesting things happening. So it's really like a gem, for example, like in JOSHIBI. So even me, after this residency, I just really want to introduce like JOSHIBI to another community, another schools that I will go maybe, yeah, because they can also learn a lot from JOSHIBI, and also vice versa, I think, yes.